Kanagitpet and welcome to Swangan. I'm your host, Dennis Allen. Have you ever wanted to run away and join the circus? Well, a group of kids from Inuvik did just that, but they didn't have to run away because the circus came to them, the Great Northern Circus. Welcome to Swangan, our strength, right here on APTN.
I've been in this type of work for like 20 years, and I've been focusing on these kind of workshops for the last around 5 or 6 years. I've been coming up to Inuvik for the last, well, we didn't come up last year because the high school had some issues, but this would be the third time I've come up here.
You go like this, and for the big finish, you throw it out nice and high. Catch it. Good. Keep going. You have better luck when you're in the gym because you have more space.
So I run a theater company in Calgary. We do like stilt walking and mask performance and that kind of stuff, physical theater, and so that's the other sort of side of what we do. And then part of this work is the teaching side, is this sort of working with in these kind of scenarios, use that risk.
So I'm going to let you come on the style first, and then you can come out. The best thing to do is like,
no, you had it. You totally had it. So once you're up there, just stay nice and tight with your body so that I can stabilize you, and then you can lean out.
What's your name?
Robert Cardinal.
Sorry?
Robert Cardinal.
No, we can't hear it.
R-O-B-Y-N?
R-O-B-E-R-T.
Oh, Robert. What's your last name? How do you spell it?
C-A-R-D-I-N-A-L.
Great. So, what are you doing here today? No, not all the way
Can you hear me good?
Not bad. That's it.
We're doing the Great Northern Art Festival. The Great Northern Circus show, or I don't know.
Okay, for part 2 of the interview, maybe
Yeah, okay,
you have to
flip it
put
up
that
now.
on your head. It's like another language.
Tell us, what have you learned to do?
Devil stick, walk on stilts, go on a trampede, and do tricks and
Nice. What's the funnest thing you've done?
trampedes.
it's a great start. Nice. Yeah, excellent. Sweet. Nice. Now, try to spin. What you're going to do is you're going to hit it down low. You're going to hit it low, like this. Oh, you got to watch this. Watch for a second. Watch where I hit it. I hit it low, then it spins. I hit it just below center, and then it'll spin on you. I hit it low, and I get the other one out of the way. And then you say the whole stop. Hit it low. There you go. What do you guys do? You're going to be doing it together, so you got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, work on this for a second. So, let's start like this. Let's both have you start like this. When you come out, roll it up on your arms, so you go like this. Let's have you come out like that.
I really love this work because, as you can see, the kind of self-esteem that gets built, and the kind of, just sense of, self-worth. It is amazing what happens, because I really believe in this sort of circus work because it's not competitive, like as in sports are very competitive, and if you're not of that type of nature or you're not a physical kid, the good thing about circus stuff is the kids get to they get to work at their own level, at their own pace, and each one of these kids has picked something up that's sort of unique to them. You know, each kid, and we've got somebody doing Diablo, we've got some kids doing yo-yo, we've got some kids doing juggling, plate spinning, all that kind of stuff. So there's something for every them. And then what we try to do is to do these group numbers where we get, you know, do the human pyramid and that kind of thing. So.
So tell us about the program. Did you have a lot of fun doing this?
Yes, I did.
What did you learn to do?
Plenty of stuff. Learn how to juggle. Lots. It's cool.
What's the most fun thing you learned to do?
Swinging on the trombone.
So are you going to be on the thing outside there? Is it safe?
Yeah, it is.
Weren't you kind of nervous first time you tried?
No.
No?
It's good. It's fun.
Okay. And did you ask anyone to come here and check it out?
Yeah.
So you know wow people today?
What?
So you know wow some people today? And even if you make a mistake, you're not going to let it get to you.
No.
Yeah. Alright. Sounds good.
Anything else you want to say you want to add?
You want to help us interview people?
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
It's tough at first because there's that whole sense of like you've got to gain trust. You have to gain a sense that you're just not another teacher. You're not another instructor here. That, you know, I mean, I understand it's going to be hard in these kind of communities. You've got so many kids. You've got to, you know, you can't just spend all your time on certain kids. And if they're trouble kids, you know, it's just easier to just, you know, you just get rid of that problem. And so this program in particular, the New Beginnings alternate program, I mean, you know, what these are guys that are just, you know, they don't fit into the mold. And so when we first come in, you know, they're all tough, they're all the homey kids, you know, and it's so funny because coming from the city and coming up here, and these remote little small town kids are just as homified as they are in the big city. So yeah, there's a real trust issue. We once we gain that trust, and once they realize that they're in a safe environment, and I think the track record of having been up here a couple times already has really helped because they sort of knew about the buzz, about the show and stuff. So these guys were a little more willing. It wasn't, the first year I came up here, it was really hard. I had a lot of work just trying to get them off the couch. I mean, it was a lot of work.
Swung on Our Strength. We'll be right back right here on APTN.
Welcome back to Swung on Our Strength right here on APTN.
I had a lot of work just trying to get them off the couch. I mean, it was a lot of work. But you see, you know, some of these guys, they don't have a lot of energy, and I think, you know, they're not eating super well. They're eating chips and pop for lunch and stuff, so they crash, you know. So we work, we have our good times, and we work, and then they crash. So so like today before the show, we're gonna give them some energy food and fruit and nuts and that kind of stuff. Try to pick up their energy so that they're ready for the show. But I mean, the buzz is around town now, so, and you can see they're starting to get nervous because they're really starting to do stuff and work on stuff. So.
And then you turn around, face the audience, give them a round of applause. Sweet. Excellent. That's wicked.
Tell us about the program. What's the most fun thing you've learned here?
To walk on stilts and the devil stick and the trapeze mostly.
Are you going to go on the trapeze?
No.
No. Is it safe, the trapeze?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you ask anyone to come check out the show today?
No.
No? Okay. What do you call these things here?
Stilts.
How long did it take you to learn to walk on those?
About 5-10 minutes.
I want a pair. Anything else, though?
Just after this, do you want to become a trapeze person?
No, not really. Actually, soccer is my kind of thing. So.
I like using the mask because it sort of gives them that sense of protection. You know, we work with the masks because there's that transformative quality of the masks, and so we may not end up using any in the show, but during the process, I like to use the mask so that they get a sense of character work. It's a really great way to build character, and like I say, let the guard down, and just when you're behind a mask, you're kind of safe. So we're using noses, and I consider the nose like a little mask too. So in the same way, costumes, masks, and that kind of whole thing.
So here we go.
Keep your chest up, John.
That's
Just
it.
squat down.
Ready?
Yeah.
And
Who's calling it now?
I'll call it. I'll call it. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, go. Position. Position. Ready? Come on in, Bruce. Try it again.
Okay, you need to sit down on your bum, but not your back.
Yeah, don't lean forward.
Okay?
Like that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
just like that,
That's
like
excellent.
sitting in a chair.
Don't worry, Robert's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Ready?
Yeah,
1,
either way.
2, 3, go. Up. Good. Excellent. Beautiful. Beautiful. One, don't move out of the way. One. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's try that again, guys.
She's heavy.
I know. It's a little heavy. Okay, so don't put too much weight. Put more weight on stage. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, go. Good. Right up high. Good. Excellent. Straighten your back. Arm out, Bruce. Arm out. Excellent. Good like that. Beautiful, you guys. Stay straight.
Almost.
Remember your finishing positions. Remember the finishing positions.
I learned how to juggle rings. I learned how to play with Diablo. I learned how to walk on stilts. I learned how to juggle 3 balls. And what else?
Did you learn any trapeze?
Yeah, trapeze.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite out of all those?
Trapeze.
Pretty
You feel
cool.
safe up there?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. What's the most fun thing you've done this week?
Backflip.
Oh, yeah. Have fun.
That's awesome.
Generally, when you give kids a bunch of different things, they're all going to find something. But yeah, these guys really picked it up fast. Like these guys are, when they put their mind to it, they really pick it up fast, which is great. There's always this whole thing. There's a moment where it's like they're not doing anything, they're not doing anything, they're not doing anything. And if you try to make them do something, they don't want to do it. But all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you turn around and you look back and they're juggling, they pick it up.
Nice
so it's
work.
that kind of thing. It's like if you try to force them to do it, they don't want to do it. But if you just let them do it at their own time and their own pace, they'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Gustavo. I'm going to be your host for today, and this is going to be the Great Northern Circus Show! Okay, that was totally crappy. How many people don't want to see a show? Okay, if you don't want to see a show.
So the funding basically came from the Community and Municipal Affairs and from the Canadian Legion. They basically make sort of a cash donation in order to pay for Stacy and I to come up.